All right. I hope everybody's ready and hope everybody stays positive. I'm your host, Corey Jones with Safety Man Consulting, safetyman.co. Today, we're going to talk about something. A lot of people are reviewing this video where a fight happens between a woman and a man and another man in some sort of sporting event. And when you look at the video, you can make a couple assumptions depending on how many times you look at it about who started it, who's at fault, and how it should have happened. But some of the things we want to talk about is if you are in a crowded environment, whether it be a sporting event, whether it be a bar, whether it be a restaurant, a movie theater, a mall, any place like that, when you're in a crowded environment, there are certain things that we want you to do, that I want you to do, that are going to keep you safe and ready for something that happens. What's my motto? Hashtag be ready, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing we want to do is read the crowd. Read the atmospherics, read the crowd. Is everybody happy? Is everybody there for a good cause, for a good reason? Is everybody there looking just to enjoy whatever the event is? Read the crowd. Are there specific individuals who are not enjoying, not having that same emotion that everybody is doing? Read the crowd, read the atmospherics, look for those anomalies, look for those people who just seem like they don't fit in, whether they're intoxicated, they look like they're under the influence, they are just agitated, they're not dressed appropriately for the event. Read the crowd, right? And again, we always want you to be prepared. Last week's episode, we talked about having different tools in your EDC, your everyday carry. The one thing that you might be able to get in is this tactical pen, right? You get this tactical pen, you can get it right from Safety Man. I have it upside down there. It says Safety Man CO on it right there for you. It's $20. Just reach out to me. My goal is not to make money with them. My goal is to make sure that you're safe with them. But that pen can be used low and inaggressively, non-aggressively, to be able to push people out of the way so you can get out of a crowd, right? You want to scan the environment. If there's security, if there's off-duty police officers working there, if there's bouncers, you want to find out where they are. Do they look professional? If you even can, go up and say to them and just say, hi, how you doing? Thanks for protecting us, keeping us safe. Read their engagement with you. Keep that person, those people, that crew on your side, right? Another thing is know exactly where you are at all times. Should you have to call 911 or direct someone to call 911, you want to know exactly where you are, the street address, the name of the building or location that you're in, what floor it's on, where the entrances or exits are, so you can direct first responders to be able to get to you. If there's a specific landmark that can help first responders find the location if they have not been there before, you want to make sure you do this. And you're doing all this subconsciously, consciously at first, because I'm going to ask you to practice it for the next couple of days when you go out, and you'll find, you'll say, Corey, you're being annoying, you're making me pay attention to all this stuff, but you'll find you start to do it subconsciously, and you're picking up all these cues, all these indicators, and you're starting to build that plan that could potentially save your life, your family's life, your friend's life, your team member's life, and the lives of innocent people that we all want to protect, okay? We talked about that EDC, the things you want to have. If you're not big on carrying weapons, a tactical pen is a good thing. And then maybe a little bit of first aid equipment, something that you can use for CPR, a barrier device, so you don't have to actually touch somebody. And remember, with CPR, it's hands-only CPR. You don't have to make out with the person anymore. Hands-only CPR. If it's a family member or somebody that you're close to, you can make that personal choice whether you want to do mouth-to-mouth breathing for them. But make sure when you're doing CPR, you're yelling, call 911, get a defibrillator, tell them we need paramedics here. Regular ambulance isn't going to be as good. We want to make sure we have paramedics because they can introduce drugs, they can shock the person with an AED, and they can do a little bit more when we're doing that. Now, let's just say that we start to see something happening. We start to see that fight, that loud argument, the pushing and shoving, the groups moving towards each other. The first thing we want to do is avoid that, right? Is it good just to sit there and videotape it in landscape mode on your device? No. Get away. Avoid that situation. We don't know if those people have weapons. One errant bullet can go 1,000 feet. You're in a tiny room. It's going to bounce off of things. It could hit you or your family member or your children. Avoid it. Get off the X. You've heard me say that. Get out of the way. If for some reason it involves you, you accidentally bump into somebody, somebody accidentally bumps into you and they want to take it out on you, they're either having a bad day or they're just a bad person. Oh, de-escalate that, right? Hey, man, I'm sorry. Even if it was your fault or not your fault, we want to put those hands up and say, hey, man, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. I hope we're good. Let me buy you another drink. You can cut in front of me in line. Whatever we want to do to de-escalate that, okay? Get past your ego. That was tough for me for a long time. So I'm not pretending that I'm the master at this. Get past your ego and just apologize, even if it wasn't your fault. Say, hey, man, I'm sorry, my bad. You're good. Go ahead and get in front of me. Let me buy you a drink. I'm really sorry about that, right? So we want to avoid, we can't avoid, and it comes upon us. We want to de-escalate that. If that happens and you start going into that de-escalation mode, we want to have a plan with our group. Okay, your family, your close friends, your close team members need to know that if they see Corey with his hands up like this going, hey man, I'm really sorry, and I start to blade my body a little bit and get in that defensive stance, they know something's up. That's not the way I normally talk to people, okay? If I've seen a friend that I haven't seen in a long time, I'm not going to be like, hey, how you doing? And blading my body and putting my back foot up ready to do something, okay? So if they see that, they hear that, they know that there's some sort of event taking place where Corey is worried about a physical confrontation. So they're going to either A, come to my aid, B, go get security because we talked about it, or C, call 911 and tell them exactly where to go and describe me, describe the good guy. Say Corey Jones is a black male wearing a black t-shirt. It says safety man on it. Okay. And on the back, it says tactical coach. He's the good guy. He may be armed. He may be taking defensive action to protect himself or others. So make sure that's part of your plan when we call 911. Also, we're making a lot of noise. We're making noise as though we're scared. Say, hey, man, I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. I'm really scared. Okay, I'm really scared. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. That's getting the crowd involved, getting the crowd on your side. That's getting people to come to your aid. It's also getting people to testify should you have to resort to defensive violence to protect yourself. Everybody in that crowd is going to say that Corey was going, hey, man, I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. I'm scared. You're scaring me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Right. And then ask people to videotape that. Can anybody videotape this? Can you get this on your iPhone? Right. That can kind of de-escalate the situation. And that evidence in court can go to show that you were not the aggressor. So ask for that. The last thing you want to do is try to escape. Get out. Run if you can run. Take your group with you if you can. Always check your back, but run, get out. It's not about pride. This isn't high school anymore. This isn't college anymore. This is protecting you. It's 2021. There's HD TV cameras on there that are high definition. You throw that first punch, or you throw that first kick, or you throw a drink in somebody's face, or you slap somebody, that's going to come back on you. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you a video, and then we're going to wait for your comments to see what you think of this video, and then we'll talk about it again in the next podcast. Okay? Act scared, make an escape, ask for a video, call 911, have a plan with your group, avoid these situations. If it comes upon you, you want to de-escalate that. You want to have tools in your EDC, whether it's going to be a really low profile weapon like this that you can use at any time to actually defend yourself by striking the eyes, the face, the throat, the groin, or by using it low to create a way that people can get out of your way so you can get out. Know exactly where you are so you can direct first responders to that for you. Scan and meet that security, those off-duty police officers. Say hi, thank them for their assistance and their help, and ask them what their plan is if something's going on. Be prepared, okay? Just be prepared. That's all we're talking about now. Read the crowd. Find out if this is a good area, a bad area, and then start to adjust your plan accordingly. And as always, contact safetyman.co if you need more information, more help. If you think you have something that you want me to add to this, I will definitely do that. And I'm always open to professionals out in the field challenging what I'm saying. That's how I learn. That's how I modify. And that's how I can give you the best, most up-to-date, actionable information and training to do that. Safetyman.co. Contact me, reach out, let me know how I'm doing with these videos. All right. And as always, stay safe and be ready. Okay, in this video, what we're watching is two people having an argument. The guy tells the girl, don't touch me. She smacks him. He punches her. The other gentleman gets involved. He gets knocked out cold. Who started this? Who's at fault in this? I'm looking for your comments, okay? What I do want you to see in that ineffective sidekick that she just threw is how many people start to get involved in this thing, how bad it is to get into a fight in such close proximity to everybody else, why you shouldn't stay in somebody's face. Look at the gentleman who got knocked out. He can't even stand up straight. He's still holding on for balance. The young lady's still screaming and grabbing people. Other people are finally getting involved to try to calm this situation down. The reason I like this angle from the video is it shows you why I tell you to get away from these types of things when they're happening. You don't want to be this close to this. Even if you're not involved, you could get knocked down the steps, hit by an elbow. You see people grabbing other people who aren't even involved. You're going to lose your iPhone. You're going to lose your purse. You're going to lose your wallet.